Hello, welcome. Sammy here for our tarot astrology reading. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I have a friend with me. This is my new crystal that my love gave to me. That was hers, and I feel its beautiful energy. It's been all around the world, and it's been sharing its perfect geometry. Welcome. I'm talking about this very special crystal that my baby gave me. And crystals are so beautiful and special because they just occur naturally from the earth, and they have this beautiful structure that is just so symmetrical and harmonious and poetic on the most tiniest scale, microscopically, and then they just grow and grow and grow. And that's really special. And since we are in this Capricorn moon and have lots of planets, things that are connected to the earth and from the earth are grounding and powerful and great to pay attention to. So if you're new to these, we are going to start by taking a few breaths and then playing the sound bowl together. Then I'll talk about what is happening in the sky and our universe, our solar system, and the gigantic, beautiful bodies that move all around us and have their pulls on us all the time, shaping us into who we are and what we feel. And then I will pull the cards. I'll pull 3 cards, so hang tight for that. And as always, the card readings are specifically designed for anyone who might be watching this, tapping into all of our energies to give us whatever messages we need to feel encouraged and energized and calm and clear about who we are and what we're doing. So let's get comfortable and take a few deep breaths together. Oh, and you notice I'm wearing a cap because the moon is in Capricorn. Gotta plan your outfits with the moon. That's part of being a witch. They taught us that in witch school. Okay, so deep breath in and out. In and out. In and we'll chant together Om. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. And yes, the moon, Siga Capricorn, the moon is still there, still being this force of softness and emotional trueness in the sign that can be a little bit cooler and more methodical. And so that brings a great balance to our abilities to bring our emotions to our work. And this trine that's happening with the moon and Venus, with Venus in Virgo and the moon in Capricorn, just makes it all the better for us to be taking steps or actions or anything that has to do with uniting love and emotion and work, and the way that you are creating things in the world, and in terms of work, in terms of things that you hope to be successful with or are working towards and planning to be successful with. That's all very Capricorn oriented. So it's sort of like, don't separate your heart from your work right now, because they are very intertwined. And if you do that, if you bring your emotion to the things you're doing, it's going to help them be their true selves and to continue to evolve, for your work to continue to evolve, and for its effects to be great and expansive, because those are all the planets. The moon is the emotion, Jupiter is expansiveness, Pluto is transformation, and Saturn is being its true self. And those three planets are all together in the driven, results oriented, hardworking, never giving up sign of Capricorn. So it's a great time to be doing those things. And then it's interesting over the next 24 hours and over the next day or so, the sun tomorrow night around this time, what time? It's like 6:30 something Eastern time, and at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night Eastern time. Welcome to Scorpio season, people! It is that time of year once again. It is the time of mystery and sensuality and spookiness and emotion and change and facing fears and talking about things that are under the surface and really fleshing out whatever needs to be fleshed out, addressing whatever needs to be addressed, and emerging from that into Sagittarius being just on fire to share everything you've learned. So it's a nice deep dive before we hop on the galloping horse that travels the world. So that's what we're up for. And it's also interesting because the moon right now is in Capricorn, which is a cardinal sign, and there's 3 kinds of signs. You might already know this, but I'll review it in case you're not sure. Cardinal, mutable, and fixed. So there's 4 signs in each category. And cardinal signs, they're the signs that kick off a season, like the way Capricorn kicks off winter. And Libra, the way Libra kicks off fall, is the one before winter. And then you have mutable signs like Gemini and Virgo, which are the signs that come at the end of a season, so at the end of spring or at the end of fall. And then you have the fixed signs, which are smack dab in the middle of a season, just like Aquarius is in the middle of winter, and like Scorpio is in the middle of fall. So when those signs have those qualities, it has a larger reach, meaning basically like cardinal signs, because they kick off season, anything related to Capricorn has this element of being like a starter and a planner. So Capricorns, they plan, they have these ideas and plans, and they get things in motion, and they kind of like, and another cardinal sign is Aries, which kicks off the spring. And these are signs that get things going. They're motivating and motivated and enthusiastic, and they have that ability to initiate. Fixed signs are really good at carrying things through. They might not be as great of an initiator, but they stay on things and they don't let them slip by, and they have the ability to continue. And then mutable signs like Gemini and Virgo and Pisces and Sagittarius, they are the signs that are kind of like the magical fairies that just float from here to there. They pick up things that others have put down, or they think of new things that would make whatever's going on even better. They do the finishing touches, they add the sprinkles, they give it the oomph. They see things that could be altered and improved or changed. And so all 3 are important and necessary and work together. And what's interesting right now is that we have the sun in Libra for the rest of the day until tomorrow, and the moon in Capricorn. And so that is that's a lot of cardinal energy. So if you've noticed that you've felt like you're able to start things, plan things, that's all been energy that is strong for all of us here on planet Earth. And soon we're shifting into a lot of fixed energy, and we have the moon going shortly into Aquarius, and then we have the sun going into Scorpio, and those are both fixed signs. So we're looking forward to, during Scorpio season, but especially the first couple of days of Scorpio season, as the moon is in Aquarius, it's very much about getting ready for following through on all of the things that during this past month we might have been planting a lot of seeds, coming up with ideas, starting projects, initiating things, getting things going. And then from October 22nd until November 22nd, it's all about just like, okay, we've laid out the plan, and now we're just gonna make sure everything goes where it needs to go and act on that plan for a little while. And then by the time we get to Sagittarius season in November, it'll be about finessing and finishing touches and adjusting and reflecting and all of that. But we have basically one more day of that really strong cardinal energy, and then we're going into this really strong fixed energy. So if you notice that happening in your own life, you are right in tune with the planets. And if you're looking for a way to be more in harmony with nature and with all of the physical world around you, one great way to do that will be to make that transition along with the planets and say, okay, how can I finish things, tie up loose ends, and really give a lot of love and attention to the plans that I made from the end of September until today and tomorrow. So, that being said, why don't we read some cards? I'm going to shuffle, and you can take some breaths if you want while I do that. Think about if there's anything that is on your mind, anything that needs some attention and love. Okay, I'm going to cut the deck 3 times. Can you see the cards on their beautiful starry mat? The name's Starry Mat. Okay, 3 cards. Pick a card, any card. 2, and the last card. 3. Okay. For some reason, as I was picking that last card, the word brave just came to me really strongly. And I think it's because as we're about to go into Scorpio season, it does require some bravery to make the most of it. And we still have Mars in Aries. And I think that having the Sun in Scorpio and Mars in Aries, it's kind of like, and Mercury, which will be going back into Libra, it's going to be about seeing the truth of the matter, communicating it with justice in mind, but with a lot of passion and directness. So that'll be one theme, I think, for the next month. That combination of seeing the truth at the heart of the matter, communicating it boldly, and remembering the point of it all, which is greater balance and justice and love. Okay, first card. What do we have? Oh, you guys, it's the star. It's the star, and we were just talking about how the moon will be going into Aquarius soon, and this card is associated with Aquarius because Aquarius is the water bearer, and here you have this figure bearing water and pouring it there's water streaming into or out of, because it's kind of going in an infinite loop from this pool and then this river. So it's like the source and then all of the tributaries and all of the places that the source travels. So hi, welcome. So if you think about how rivers run to and from the ocean, and they travel far and they get all of this new information from that environment, and then they come back to the ocean again. So everything's the journey to and from source, just like our lives. We're born from the abyss and we go back to it, and all of it's a process of evolving and gaining wisdom and increased connection with our true selves and our environment. So I think the start remembering that you are perfect and beautiful when you are just being a human being in nature, and being in harmony with it and going with the flow, and being in the light of stars, and being connected both to the ground and to the water, and being committed, as Aquariuses are, to humanity as a whole. So I think an important part of the balance for the Aquarius moon is remembering that in order for humanity as a whole to get better, we each need to get better with every single person in our lives, and especially those closest to us and those that the universe has put in our path. It's important to be harmonious with them, because that is the building block of a greater, vaster harmony. We can't skip that step. So that is the star here. And it's funny because as I was shuffling at one point, I did see the star and I mixed it up really well and cut it and mixed it, and I was like, okay, I don't want to pick the star on purpose, but then she came back out to see us, or they. So the flow. And the beauty of our pure state, our naked self. Okay, card number 2. Ace of Cups. So it's kind of interesting because we are talking about the first day of Scorpio season tomorrow, and this is one of water. The Ace of Cups is a card of infinite potential, of miracles, of something being of something being given from out of nowhere, something that we could never predict or expect, but that is just what we need to really thrive and be happy and feel love and create. And it's also very interesting that we picked these two next to each other, because they're extremely similar in that they both have this mystical, magical quality of water being poured in what could be both directions. So from the part to the whole, and from the whole to the part, from our individual selves to the universe, and from the universe into us, and also this sense of magic and possibility, and because of the water, love and emotional contentment, all being present right now. So the moon going into Aquarius and the sun going into Scorpio. And our third and final card for tonight. Any guesses what it might be? I have no idea, but let's find out. Ooh! Another ace. We've got 2 aces, friends. 2 aces in one reading. 2 aces in a name card. That is a very lucky, powerful hand we have here tonight, which I think is a really good omen for the kickoff of Scorpio season tomorrow. Okay, Ace of Swords also could be tied into our first day tomorrow of the moon in Aquarius, because it's air. Also, we still have the North Node in Gemini and the Sun in Libra. So there's a lot of air activity, which is sword, intellect, idea, inspiration. So just like the Ace of Cups is this gift of emotional well-being, and love that comes from nowhere. This is a gift of inspiration and thought and spiritual contentment and creativity and ideas and communicating that just flows and comes from a source that we can't necessarily see, but that is constantly giving. So go with the flow. Keep looking out for the gifts that are showing up for you, and know that there is incredible potential. See, we have this gold star here, this golden cup, and this golden crown. Basically saying, all is well, you have everything you need, you have unlimited potential, and as we said, we are moving from the signs of initiation into the signs of following through. So all of that incredible potential you have emotionally and intellectually, and your power to go with the flow, all of these things you can tap into and see through all of these things in the next coming month. So there we have it. Let's breathe. Let's just breathe. Just believe. Okay. Let's do 3 deep breaths and then an om. Thank you for being here today. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful night, and I will see you back here tomorrow as we begin Scorpio season together. Until then.